Do we want to go down there? Like, that's the kind of direction I was thinking.
Sure, I can hear the water.
Do you want to do the intro?
I can do it. Hey guys, welcome back to another
Okay, your time.
Hey guys, welcome.
Okay.
No,
all right, what's up? Welcome back to another Ask Me Monday, guys, where we answer some commonly asked questions.
And not so commonly asked questions.
That we get from the comments section down below. Today we have a special guest.
I'm very special.
We got Crystal along with us. By popular demand, she is back for another Ask Me Monday. So it should be a fun one. I got all the questions here on my phone. There's a bunch for me, some that Crystal will be able to help with, and then one that's female specific. So this should be a good one. All right, good try on the intro. All right, and then we got to play the song or else everyone's gonna be pissed.
Bink, bink, bink.
All right, so here we go. You can ask them in. It sounds good.
Okay, this is from Emil. Are you going to release another recipe ebook? I love the first and all the meals are so amazing. Hope you have another one in the making.
So, good question, because we do have another one in the making and we're recipe testing right now and it's gonna be awesome. And it's gonna be kind of, we think it's gonna be a bit more focused on comfort foods, and but that doesn't mean they're gonna be unhealthy. They're still gonna be like healthy comfort foods. But if you guys have any suggestions of what you wanna see in that, or like maybe meals that you want sort of veganized, definitely let me know in the comments down below and we will try to accommodate.
Oh, this is from Nimmersat. I am a very small woman and I would like to know what you think regarding hitting the nutritional guidelines when being that small. It's hard for me to hit them without overeating, but I really think as I am so small that I don't need as much as a person with average height. But how much do I really need?
Huh.
That's interesting.
I know, that's a very interesting question. And I've thought about this before, and then I started to like do a bit of research when I saw this question come up, and it's really hard to find information like on this. So I was able to find that like they do create the RDIs to accommodate 97 to 98% of the population. But what does that mean for you? You know, I tried to like look and see how many calories the RDIs are kind of set for. And what I could basically find was that it's set for people who eat like a 2,000 calorie diet. And I might be wrong on this because it's really hard to find like good solid information on like who the RDIs were set for, other than them saying 97 to 98% of the general population. So I would say just like do your best eating the most nutrient dense foods that you can, you know, all the plant foods that we eat, all the colorful fruits and vegetables, and eat around your maintenance. Like there's, and then that's gonna suit you. There's no reason why it shouldn't.
Daywid? I'm not really sure how to say these names. Over 1 year on a vegan diet, still struggling with acne, skin condition, white yellowish coated tongue, and bloating. No alcohol, no coffee, no drugs. What am I doing wrong?
Right. So how long did you say you'd been vegan?
A year.
Yeah, a year. So that sounds to me like some sort of like SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIFO, which is small intestinal fungal overgrowth, which is often candida that you hear about. And you got to get that sorted out. And basically what happens is either the bacteria in your gut, like the bacteria we don't want, proliferates and you have too much of that, or it could be a fungal overgrowth or yeast overgrowth, in which case, you got to get it sorted out. So you really do have to work with a professional, get the right sort of tests done. You guys probably know of GOJI Man, who's on YouTube here, and he is like, turning into like the digestion specialist. So I definitely like check out his channel because he has a really good channel on it, and a lot of information on it, and he even offers the tests without like any huge markup or anything on his website. So you can get those done, and honestly, like, it seems like a hassle to have to get like testing done. It's going to be, expensive, but it will make your health so much better in the long run. And I should say that the SIBO and SIFO, or candida, can often go like hand in hand as well. So one way that you can manage your symptoms now before you do any of that is like look into the Fodmap diet. And Fodmap stands for, oh god, fermented, oligo, di, mono, and polyols.
Oh wow, you got it! That's amazing!
Booyakasha. I went to school,
Good for you, that's crazy.
And basically those are like short chain fibers that are in a lot of carbohydrate-rich foods that ferment in your gut. If you have this small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and it can also sort of help to manage like candida, but you really got to go to a professional to get that dealt with. And that would be like a naturopath doctor or something like that. So look into the Fodmap diet, and it will help you to like manage your symptoms. And it's not forever that you have to eat this way. Do you want to go over there because it's so muddy here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it's not forever that you have to eat that way because it does limit like a bunch of foods, but there's still a whole bunch of foods that you can eat that are FODMAP friendly. So this is not like a diagnosis by any means, and it is not a prescription on what you should do. I'm just sharing my personal opinion. And yeah, hopefully that'll help you out. Like there are some supplements and things that you can do that will help with the candida and any yeast overgrowth, but I don't, you know, I hesitate to give you those recommendations because like you're not a client of mine, and you know I wouldn't want to give you any information that's not, you know, if you haven't been diagnosed, right?
And we don't really know enough of this person's situation to really even say anything specific to that, right?
Yeah, exactly. But so, I think that'll help you out. It'll at least point you in the right direction. And thanks for sharing, because yeah, like I mentioned in that video that you commented on, I think that we should be able to share, you know, any ill health that we're having on a vegan diet without a fear of people just going, well, you got to get off the vegan diet because it's the vegan diet that's killing you, and that's not the, or you're doing it wrong. That's not the case at all. Like a lot of us come into this lifestyle with pre-existing health conditions, and maybe eating a really healthy diet will kind of like, you know, will kind of limit them at first, but in the end, you really have to get it all sorted out. Stress eating though is like a big one that will wreck your digestion if you're eating when you're stressed. You know, and it's hard to do in this like fast-paced life, but that was one of the times that I've had like the worst digestion on this plant-based diet, was when I was like working 2 jobs, going to school full time. I was trying to gain some mass, I was just smashing all these calories, and my digestion suffered. I know you guys want to know more about that though, and I will do a video like on digestion, on my experience, how I like healed and fixed my digestion, because a lot of you guys have been asking about it. I think it'll be helpful for a lot of you. So anyways, next question. Okay, we might have to stop because this is a long one. Oh God.
It's from Lanina Allstar.
Okay.
Hi Derek. I have a question for the next Ask Me Monday. I'm eating a lot of legumes like kidney beans and chickpeas, and I'm getting a lot of gas from it. I mean, I have to fart a lot from it. I eat a good variety of them through the week, and as a vegan, those are my main foods, and I don't want to miss them. My question is, what can I do against the gas, or do you know of anything natural that reduces the gas a bit?
So the question previous to this might apply to you, but it doesn't sound like your condition is like so bad, not having like the white coating on your tongue, which is called thrush for you guys that didn't know. But anyways, so yeah, to answer your question, you have to introduce those, like, I don't know how long you've been vegan for, how long you've been eating this way, but yeah, it can be hard for your body to digest those foods at first, and we do have to build up the right bacteria in our gut in order to digest them properly. So introducing them like in smaller amounts at a time will definitely help. Find the foods that work good for you. Maybe check out that Fodmap diet and eat more of those foods that are FODMAP friendly, and just start introducing smaller amounts of those beans. It does seem that like black beans cause gas in like more people than black-eyed peas, which are another type of beans. So maybe like try some, I don't know, maybe try some black-eyed peas. And then also canned beans tend to be easier on the digestion than if you're just to like soak and cook them at home on your own. So that might help you out as well. And then in acute situations where, let's say you're going on a date or something and you got gas. And
has this happened to you? No,
yeah, I used to have such bad gas, but and this is like before my vegan days even. But there's a digestive enzyme out there called Beano. And
Beano is not actually vegan. There's one type of it. It does contain animal stuff in it, but there is one that's like, I think it might be like sublingual or something that is vegan, but the regular Beano that you'd find like in the stores actually has like, I think it's like shellfish or something in it. I looked it up because I was gonna give someone that recommendation, but there is, apparently, there is
well, I have it on the phone. What is the, like, go a few ahead? I actually wrote down what the enzyme is that's in it that'll help.
Because there's a vegan version of it. You just have to buy it from some special
Good thing I threw out that disclaimer that I did it before my vegan days, or else I would have been busted.
Alpha galactosidase.
Yeah,
Galactosidase.
Alpha galactosidase.
There is a vegan version
we'll
of
put
it.
it here.
I looked it up, and there is a vegan version of it. Beano just has, I think, shellfish or something in it, like the capsule or something, like many products do. But they do have one that is a vegan version of
Interesting.
that.
And there's also liquid Beano, because I've had that before. So I wonder if that gets around that problem. Anyways, something to look into. Thanks for the extra information, Crystal.
I didn't mean to be like, but I was just like, I don't know how to say
this is why we bring you along.
I looked it up recently, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I
also think, anyways, you can go on. I was gonna add.
No, I think that I'm pretty much done. Like, I think that's it for me.
I know for me, I've been vegan for like quite a long time, and even now, if I have lentils, I can still get pretty gassy from them. So I think sometimes it's one of those things that like might not like 100% ever go away, because these foods do, you know, in the stomach digest, and they can produce gases.
Ferment, yeah.
So yeah, sometimes it's just like
finding the foods that work for you, right?
And then finding the foods like Derek suggested, like the black-eyed peas, trying that, or like chickpeas. Like I digest chickpeas great, I digest tempeh great, but then sometimes beans, I don't really always digest them that great. But that's okay, I know that about myself, right? Some people are the total opposite. So I think just being aware of that too, that sometimes 100% perfection, maybe a little bit of gas is like okay sometimes. From Matthew: Derek, how do you lift weight and do calisthenics together? I feel like when I lift weight, my muscles are too sore to perform any sort of calisthenics.
Yeah.
Great question. That's a really
good question. Because when you're starting with like calisthenics, it can definitely be hard on like your grip strength and stuff. So I totally get that, and what I do is I just do the calisthenics movements that I'm practicing, and any pull-ups and muscle-ups like that. I do that right at the start of my workouts, and then I move more into like the isolation work, where I might do some like single arm, you know, lat pull downs, or I might do bicep curls or something like that. And you know, I think that there's definite value in doing unilateral movements and not just like always doing bilateral stuff. But yeah, hopefully that helps you out, because like, you know, just put it in first, do the things that are hardest for you first. So don't go and like deadlift like 300 pounds like a bunch of times and then like go and try and do pull-ups, because yeah, you are gonna be a lot weaker. And it's just a short one. I have nothing to add to that because I don't really do pull-ups or that much calisthenics. So let's go this way, because this will just spit us right out the river. And I was laughing in the middle of that just because it's like really rocky, and I just can't, like, I just don't know how you can talk and like walk and not trip at the same time. I'm sure-footed like a mountain goat. Except the other weekend, or the other week, when I fell in the shower, it wasn't funny. Like, I went down so hard, like full on, like I stepped in and I was on the side of it, and I full on zooted, and my legs went like up over my head, and I came crashing down, and I was just trying to grab anything, and Crystal came running right in, and like I was just like curled up in a ball in the shower. I'm just like, I'm okay, I'm okay. And then I had to get her to look at my arm. I was like, I couldn't look at it. I was like, is my arm straight? Because I didn't know if it was like broken and all crinked around. But everything turned out okay. It's actually still a little bit bruised. Man, we're getting into the thick of things here. Is there another one? Yeah, this next one's called from Neckman. Neckman. Oh yeah, I know this one. Again, I can't walk and talk at the same time. Your videos are so cringy, you little manlet with your horrible diet. Enjoy your beta manlet life. What is manlet? What is that? So, that's such a funny word. So, Crystal, you don't know it, eh? A manlet is a bodybuilder that's like small and short, but like whatever, like still works out anyways. That's like what they call a manlet. Word? I thought they were just trying to like. No, that's like an actual term. Man, I just thought it was funny, so I don't know. I just threw this one in there because it's so like this kind of hate. Like, what, you can't do anything but laugh at it. Like, look at me. I'm sitting here like enjoying my life, loving things out here in nature. I have like the most beautiful girlfriend. Oh, thanks, babe. Who's taller than me even. Like, how's that for manlet life? You know. And like, what do you want me to do? Like, not build my body just because I'm like short? Like, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, and I just think it's so funny. Like, sorry that my videos don't appeal to you. Thanks for commenting though, because it does help the algorithms. I do appreciate that. But I just think it's funny, this whole like bravado thing, and like having to be like manly, and like people are, you know, just have to like cut me down because I'm not like, you know, 6'4" and ripped, and I don't have the thickest beard ever. Like, what do you think of that, Crystal? What do you think about dating a cringy soy boy manlet? I didn't even know that was a word. It's pretty amazing, first of all, because you're the most amazing person I have ever met. Thank you. And
I thoroughly enjoy it, actually. I enjoy dating this soy boy manlet.
And what do you think about guys that are all concerned with like being like super masculine and having all that bravado and stuff? And being alpha?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad that people, like, especially men, have this like pressure on them to be like that.
Yeah.
I think it really stems, almost just fell. I think it really stems from probably like childhood issues, honestly, because people don't normally act like that, right?
No.
But they just, oh, I gotta be the biggest and the strongest, and I just think it's kind of,
yeah, I know.
I feel bad. Like, I don't know what to say. I think,
whoa.
I just feel bad for people that have to have like an ego like that. It's just really sad. Anyways.
I know, and I think it's interesting because me, John Venus, and Nimai, we were just on Nimai's podcast, Generation V, little plug for him there. And check it out if you guys haven't. It's amazing. I was on it once, and now I'm gonna be on it again. But we talked about like what it is to be masculine in this, you know, in this sort of world that we're in now, and like, you know, bravado and all that sort of stuff. And you know, basically like it's, you know, like the qualities that we share, and that I think a lot of, you know, girls are looking for, and that are like respectable, are things like, you know, caring for others and being compassionate, and you know, but you can still like work hard and be tough and all that while still having those other qualities. So
yeah, being compassionate, caring, you know, just like being selfless. That's a huge thing. Like serving others. That's what you guys do. You guys help other people try to improve their lives. Rather than just being like, look at me, you know, like that's what the whole thing about life is, you're trying to serve others and be of service, right? And that's, I don't know, I just think it's really sad that some people just don't see that, and they just have to have this, you know,
yeah, I know,
bravado, ego kind of thing, but that's them.
Let's get another question on the go. Wow, look at this. Hold on, you guys gotta see this. This is crazy.
Yeah, okay, I should run up to it.
Yeah, you should. It is massive, this tree. So look at this huge tree that got uprooted and carried down river, I guess. Like, that's just the root ball there that Crystal's standing under. That's nuts. I like that it has like its own little like ecosystem growing on it now.
It has like grass and moss, and yeah,
that's so cool. Really cool. Oh man, there must be like the salmon run on or something. It smells like dead fish, doesn't it?
I think the salmon run is.
Ugh. I wonder if we'll see any. That'd be freaking awesome.
Well, not really. If they're decomposing and stuff, it'd be fun.
Yes, we can.
Oh wow!
There's guys, we'll show you this.
We should do the drone. Oh my god!
Oh wow, there's so many salmon jumping. Well, not so many, but definitely a few. Can I walk on this?
Be careful. It's like really slippery.
Amazing.
Ain't no Phil Army with Sympto Nutrition. He's.
Let's answer the last question, and then we'll go check out the salmon in the river. It's gonna be awesome. Oh no, there's two.
There's two more questions.
Yeah. Remember? That one's fun.
Oh yeah, that one is. Okay. This one is from Jasmine. Thanks for asking me a question, Jasmine.
Before we start with this one, do it again, but just like fairly concise, remembering that like 75% of the people that watch this are men. You know what I mean?
Yes, I'll be really concise. Jasmine, hi, question for Crystal. Do you use a non-hormonal birth control? Please share if so. Well, let's pull up a chair, children. No, I'm just kidding. It is the classroom of Crystal. I do. I actually track my cycle using my rising temperature and tracking like my cervical mucus, and that is called the Sympto-thermal fertility awareness method. It's been super researched. It's amazing, and it's totally natural. However, we also do use condoms because although I'm really confident in how my body works and when I'm fertile or not, I'm also super confident in knowing that like I don't want a baby and I don't want to get pregnant. So I use that method, but we also use like a barrier method as well, just to be extra safe.
Sweet. And quick plug to Crystal's Instagram. If you're a girl out there and you want to know like more about your cycle, here's her Instagram, and like you can talk to her more about it, because she's like always like more than willing to help people out with that, because she studies the cycle a lot. And yeah, it's been really neat watching you like kind of grow and like learn all this, and you become really passionate about it. So it's very cool.
Hormones and menstrual cycle awareness is like a huge passion of mine. I can read every book on the subject if I was able to, and if you guys have any questions or anything, yeah, just like message me. I love helping.
And then I like this one. This one was so random. But when we checked it out, it was like, yeah, this certainly checks out.
We'll have to put a picture up. So
I know I haven't, don't worry. So from Callaway Gwyn, hey, if you see this, I just wanted to point out a few things. I love your videos, thanks for that. But it weirds me out how much you and Crystal look like two Canadian characters named Buck and Frost from a video game called Rainbow Six Siege. If you could do just a quick comparison in one of your next vids, it would be so cool to see what you think too. Stay strong, man. So, funny enough, those were actually modeled after us. No, they weren't.
Oh my god, yeah, they were like, they just
But
saw
yeah,
us.
here, I put a picture here of them. So we'll put this picture up. Which way is that gonna be? He's on the right. Pretty cool. And then there's this photo as well. And I'll just have this like this. And this is my gun. No, your face gotta be covered up.
Babe, but look, my face when it goes like that, it looks like, what the heck, and I have to put my hand up here.
Okay, fine. Okay, anyways, that was fun. So thanks for pointing that out. It's like, it was pretty uncanny. That guy's beard game is strong though, stronger than mine, I know that.
And her gains and stuff. Man.
All right, so anyways.
Wait, I just want to know, comment below if you guys know that couple. Like, what do they do in the game? Are they like really cool, or do they get killed?
It's funny that they're Canadian though.
Yeah, I didn't, that's.
So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I always appreciate it. And shout out to you guys who watched it all the way to the end. You guys are the real MVPs. Yo, shout out to Crystal for coming out today. Big thanks to you. It's always more fun when you're out here. I'm a little lonely and lost when you're not with me, babe.
I'll be in more videos.
So yeah,
it's really fun.
Comment down below if you guys want to see Crystal in more videos. And we'll show you guys these salmon. It's pretty amazing.
Wow, oh man.
See you guys.